Drew McIntyre is about to get some very bad news, and it will send shockwaves through the entire wrestling world. When Drew McIntyre won the WWE title at WrestleMania 36, many fans hoped that it would be a very long reign, but according to newly leaked backstage reports, Drew recently met with Vince McMahon, and Vince McMahon delivered some very upsetting news to Drew McIntyre. Vince reportedly told Drew that the Fiend Bray Wyatt was being drafted to Monday Night Raw, and soon after arriving, Drew would be forced to lose his WWE title to the Fiend. Drew is scheduled to lose the WWE title to the Fiend Bray Wyatt in the coming weeks, and Vince McMahon also reportedly told Drew McIntyre that after he lost the title to the Fiend, he would no longer be in the main event picture, and he would be pushed down the card. The rumored reason for Drew losing his WWE title to the Fiend and being demoted is because the ratings for Monday Night Raw have not been high enough for Vince McMahon's liking, and he blames the man who held the WWE title during this time, Drew McIntyre, even though most fans agree that Drew McIntyre has been the highlight of Monday Night Raw in 2020, and the Fiend Bray Wyatt is about to become the biggest star on Monday nights, as he captures the WWE title from Drew McIntyre. There were many big moves in the 2020 WWE Draft, and the reasons behind these moves might shock some fans. Braun Strowman was moved to Raw because WWE officials needed a big-name wrestler for Keith Lee to defeat. Word going around behind the scenes is that Braun is unhappy that he was moved to Raw just to lose to Keith Lee, while AJ Styles was moved to Raw for one of the strangest reasons. AJ recently complained on his Twitch livestream before he was drafted to Raw that he was upset about wrestling every Friday night on SmackDown because he was unable to attend his son's high school football games that take place every Friday night, and this led to AJ asking WWE officials to be moved to Raw in the draft so he can once again attend his son's football games. And as for Kevin Owens, he was moved to SmackDown so he can be on the same show as his best friend in real life, Sami Zayn. Recently, Seth Rollins shocked fans when he said he would never wrestle a top-rising star in WWE. When Seth Rollins appeared on the WWE Draft Watch-Along show during SmackDown, Seth was asked if he would ever want to wrestle Matt Riddle, and Seth responded very angrily by saying, "I have no interest in facing Matt Riddle at any point in my career." Fans were confused as to why Seth would say he doesn't want to wrestle Matt Riddle, but now the real reason has been revealed. It's because in real life, Seth Rollins is very angry at not just Matt Riddle, but Matt's wife as well. This is because Matt's wife, Lisa Riddle, made a post about Becky Lynch on social media and criticized the shape of Becky Lynch's body. When Seth heard about this social media post about his fiancée, Becky Lynch, he was furious, and he now has big-time heat with Matt Riddle and Matt Riddle's wife. There are also rumors that Matt Riddle has talked badly about Seth to several different fans, and Seth Rollins wants absolutely nothing to do with Matt Riddle in WWE. A returning WWE star is about to get a major push. Lars Sullivan made his surprising return to WWE during the draft, and he ended up being drafted to SmackDown. And now, the plans for what is in store for Lars have been revealed. At first, Lars will continue to show up randomly and beat up various wrestlers. But then, Lars will be placed into his first feud with a much smaller wrestler, Daniel Bryan, who will be returning very soon. as WWE hopes that fans will get behind Daniel Bryan and hope that he can somehow conquer the freak Lars Sullivan. However, Daniel Bryan will simply be used as enhancement talent for Lars Sullivan, as Lars will come out of their feud as the winner. And then Lars will compete for either the Intercontinental Championship or the Universal Championship, as Vince McMahon is hopeful that Lars Sullivan will become as big of a star as Braun Strowman. Roman Reigns has been battling life-threatening issues on and off for most of his adult life, and in 2020, this same health issue has once again returned. In 2018, Roman Reigns announced that he was suffering from a health issue and he was going to take an extended leave of absence from WWE. Roman returned in early 2019 after going into remission from the health issue, and it seemed that Roman would be able to keep on wrestling without worrying of having a serious relapse. But that all changed when just days before WrestleMania 36, Roman Reigns got his results back, and he found out that he was once again suffering from the same serious health problem that sidelined him in 2018, which meant that he would not be able to wrestle until he once again went into remission. The health issue that Roman suffers from is life-threatening, so Roman knew that he had to miss WrestleMania 36 so he could go home and get better. Originally, it was reported that Roman Reigns missed WrestleMania 36 and was out for several months after because he was fearful about the worldwide situation. But now, Roman Reigns has revealed the truth. He was not fearful at all about the global situation. Instead, he was in a serious health crisis as he was suffering a relapse, and he had to take drastic measures to get better. So he went home and got treatment, and in early August 2020, he was told that he had gone back into remission and he was going to be okay, and thus he was once again cleared to wrestle. And a few weeks later, he made his return to WWE. What do you think about The Fiend defeating Drew McIntyre and winning the WWE title, and the real reason why Roman Reigns was out of action for 5 months? Leave a comment and give me your opinion. And don't forget to subscribe and be sure to click the bell notification so you are notified when we release our next video.